Hey everybody, Frank here, Godzilla Island for the Major Squad with a review of the one-shot Godzilla Monsters and Protectors Summer Smash. Now this is the final issue, this one-shot is the final issue of the Godzilla Monsters and Protectors series. We got 2 arcs, and this is like a special, since it's a one-shot, this summer that's finishing off this second arc basically. So altogether it had an 11-issue run. The first arc we saw Godzilla facing off against Biollante. This arc we had Godzilla facing off King Ghidorah and the Zalians, and we also had King Caesar appear to help out Godzilla, where Mothra appeared in the first arc against Biollante to help out with the twins. But the Shobijin have been here throughout the whole series. They helped the kids, Chester, fight King Ghidorah. I really enjoy this series. I'm kind of sad to see it end. But you know what? It was a great run, 11-issue run. They did a good job, and we're getting so many Godzilla series this year between the Rivals, the War for Humanity, Here There Be Pirates, the DC crossover. I really can't be too greedy complaining, but you know, I would be really happy if this did make a resurfacing and we got another story arc. But the way this ends, it kind of seems like it's concluded and tied up. So here we go. This is Dan Schoening's artist, and Eric Burnham is the writer. We pick up, it's a few months past since we saw Godzilla, King Caesar defeat King Ghidorah, and the way the last issue ended for the previous arc, we saw the Zalians calling in the Mechanoids, and we saw a whole army of famous Toku ships from the Toho universe appearing. So Atragon, a couple other ships, the battleship Yamato, and a few that I couldn't identify at the time, and I still can't remember which ones they were. It was so way back. But we have Chester once again saying that this is going to be his final show. One of the cool things is they always have these little blooper things on this, not blooper, Easter eggs on the side here. This is a Godzilla King Monster of Monsters video game reference here, with the end game screen with Godzilla and Mothra on the moon looking back at Earth. Space bloopers with the Mecha-Godzilla aliens there. But no, we didn't get any Mecha-Godzilla. When the Mechanoids were coming at the end of last issue, I really thought we were going to get a Mecha-King Ghidorah and a Mecha-Godzilla team up, but it's Mecha-King Ghidorah is what we have for this one. So it turns out since the last issue, the Zillions regrouped and they conquered Earth with their spaceships, while Godzilla was kind of down and out for the count underwater, kind of hibernating, recouping, and they pretty much took over all the major cities. The armies didn't stand a chance. They couldn't fight back, and Earth was given a month of peace and quiet to surrender and give in to the Zillions' terms. Basically, humanity would kind of become the slaves to them, but humanity was working on plans to fight back. And then we see Chester and his friends on a summer vacation in a garden, and they're kind of like, should we really be here? And then all of a sudden, Jet Jaguar appears at these cherry blossom gardens, and it turns out Jet Jaguar was originally on his way to Earth to intercept the Zillions and fight them off, but Godzilla had to fight King Ghidorah off, but Godzilla had already beat King Ghidorah before he ever got there. So the kids are kind of talking. They figure out he knows sign language, so they talk to him through sign, and he's kind of like, yeah, I don't want to fight the Zillions because I was only meant to fight one giant monster. I can't take on a whole war by myself. So they're trying to figure out what they could do. It turns out humanity has launched an attack and angered the Zillions, and they decide to release Mecha-King Ghidorah on the world. So now Jake Jaguar has his mission again. He can get back into the action and fight Mecha-King Ghidorah, and Godzilla himself detects King Ghidorah awakening now, and he wakes up at the bottom of the ocean to face Mecha-King Ghidorah one more time. They get the alarm that Godzilla's on the move, Mecha-King Ghidorah's on the move, approaching Japan, and things escalate really quick. Mecha-King Ghidorah flies in, begins attacking Japan, and Godzilla gets there rather quickly too, begins fighting them. The kids are watching from a distance, and Mothra shows up because they get a quick call from the Shobijin. Instead of being warped there, they're kind of like almost through a portal thing. Normally the kids get warped there, but they're like, listen, we gotta move things quick, and Mothra's right there coming in hot. So Mothra jumps into the fight. The two of them are taking on Mecha-King Ghidorah, and they're still having a hard time, and they're like, oh, too bad Jet Jaguar can't help, but how's he gonna fight them? He's so small. And then boom, Jet Jaguar gets big, joins in the fight, and it kind of goes really quick this issue. They all team up. They all have a little hard time. Godzilla rips off Mecha-King Ghidorah's head. Jet Jaguar grabs Mecha-King Ghidorah, flies him out to space, and just kind of tosses him into oblivion as he disappears. Mothra and Godzilla head to the Zillion base, and they both destroy it, and the Zillions retreat once again. This time it sounds like they're really defeated, and the Shobijin kind of inform Chester and his friends that their link with Godzilla might be coming to an end, and that they might not see them again, because this whole link with Godzilla was like a test to see if humanity was good and if there was still good left, and they were proof that it is. If it wasn't, Godzilla was going to wipe out humanity instead of saving the Earth, because all Godzilla cares about is the planet itself. So it comes to an end there, and Chester signs off for his final show, and that's it. Like I said, I'm really kind of bummed that the series is ending. It was kind of weird that they kept Karen out of this. They said that everyone's on summer vacation, so they had no contact, so King Shiza wasn't around to help. It would have been cool to see him included with this. I would have liked to see Mechagodzilla in it as well, but it was a one-shot, and there's only so much story you could cram into this. The previous two story arcs, they had 5 issues to tell their story, and here they had to cram it all into one issue. It did feel a pinch longer than a normal comic, but I wouldn't say it was a super long comic. Really enjoyed it. Like I said, Dan Schoenig and Eric Burnham did a fantastic job with this series. I really hope they come back for another Godzilla series, or if not, continue this eventually. But thanks for watching, guys. I've covered the second arc and this arc since I started the channel up. I didn't cover the first arc. I have considered going back and rereading that. I might do that on the channel just to kind of give it a little coverage. I might do it. I'm assuming, since this is a one-shot, we're not going to get a trade paperback, obviously, because it's sort of standalone. I'm kind of wondering if they're going to do a complete Godzilla Monsters and Protectors collection. I may go back and do the first arc if they do release that. But thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you thought about this comic series, and if you're reading any of the other Godzilla comic series that are going on right now.